world is dying, and there's no secret about that. Years of waste, pollution, plastics being made, it's taken a toll on the world. We've got animals dying, we're getting illnesses from breathing the air, and it's time to do something. And I know you live a busy life, you're out all the time, you've got work, you might have school, it's hard to balance everything out. So I've made 6 steps that you can do in your busy life that doesn't take much out of your day that can really help the environment. 300 million tons of plastic is produced every single year. Think about it. If you as one person has 1 bottle every day, that's 365 bottles a year. There is over 7 billion people in this world. Think about how much plastic that is. And most of this plastic is going to end up in the ocean or end up in landfill and take years and years and years to decompose. It's probably going to be on the earth longer than we are. See, there's a simple way around this. It's so simple, and it's frustrating that people don't do it. It's just going out and buying a glass bottle or a proper plastic bottle that you can refill up every day, and it lasts a long time. That brings me on to my next point, and that is not using plastic straws. See, plastic straws aren't necessary. You don't need them in your everyday life. They're nice and luxurious, but we don't need them because a lot of these straws end up in the ocean, and then marine animals are dying. You've got birds dying from swallowing the plastics because they break down in tiny little pieces, and then they just get swallowed, and it's not good for anyone. What you can do to get around this problem, if you really want straws, is using straws that are made from like bamboo. I have bamboo straws, so that they're good to use. You can use metal straws, you can use glass straws, and if you're worried about it not being hygienic, they come with brushes, so you can just clean it out when you're done. It's a little bit more effort, but at the end of the day, you're saving the environment. Step number 3 is one that I used to struggle with so much, and that is turn off lights, turn off switches. Now, I remember my dad about a year or 2 ago always moaning about me for leaving lights on because I'd just forget, a bit of laziness, I always would just forget really. I'd go out my room without turning my lights off. And it's only when I started realising how much electricity that's using, then I realised I had to start turning them off, and I started to do that, and now it's become a habit. But to get in that habit is quite difficult. So we just need to remember, oh, I'm done in this room now, I don't need the light on. And that's going to save you money as well. So there's more point in turning your lights off than keeping them on. This brings me to step number 4, which is such an easy step that makes such a big difference. And that is using bags for life. Now, when you go to supermarkets like Tesco's, Asda, Sainsbury's, stuff like that, you can buy bags that are really cheap, and you can use them, you chuck them away, you get more, you use them, you chuck them away. And these bags are so bad for the environment because they're made from plastics. I remember when I was younger, and under our oven we have a cupboard, and in that cupboard we have a plastic bag, and in that plastic bags is loads of other plastic bags. I remember I pulled one out one day, and it went really powdery, really flaky, and I realised this was the bag decomposing, but it wasn't disappearing, it was just turning into hundreds more pieces. It's the same bag but in more pieces. And this is what causes the issues with marine animals. This brings me to my next step, which is step number 5. And this step is all about clothes. See, we produce so many items of clothing every single year, and I don't know about you, but I have some clothes items I love to wear, and I wear a lot. But then there's other stuff in the past that I bought, and I wear it maybe once or twice, and that's it. I never wear it again. So for this problem, what we can do is we can buy the clothes we like, but also we can pick up clothes from charity shops. Go shopping, buy second-hand clothes from your family members. You can go out, you can go to thrift shops, which are becoming more popular, and find clothes items that we can find in the store, but 1, it's cheaper, and 2, it's better for the environment. There's things called flexitarians, and that sounds ridiculous, but it's basically when somebody still eats meat, but they cut it down, so they have it once a week or twice a week, and every other day they have vegetarian food. So you're still getting your meats, but you're still cutting it down massively. And that's what we need to do. We need to cut these problems down and take step by step to get to where we want to be. And it's just such a simple way to go. And even changing your products, instead of using butter from cow milk, you can change it and get butter from coconut milk, stuff like that. You can change yogurts, ice cream, stuff like that, which helps. We don't need all things like straws. We don't need loads of plastic bags. We don't need to keep the lights on all the time. We don't need any of that. So we can cut that down, and it not only benefits us, but it benefits everything else. So come on, get involved in these 6 easy steps to make a change.